On February 24th, 1978, five friends attended a college basketball game in Chico, California. They were excited. They were happy. They were supposed to be home before midnight. They never made it back. What happened to them would become one of the most disturbing unsolved mysteries in American history. The five men were Gary Mathias, Jack Hewitt, Bill Sterling, Ted Wire, Jack Madruga. All five had mild intellectual disabilities, but they lived independently, held jobs, and followed strict routines. That night was no different. After the game, they stopped for snacks and then drove home. At least, that was the plan. Instead of heading south toward their homes, the car was found days later 70 miles away, deep in the mountains. The road was icy, remote, dangerous, and it made no sense why they were there. Their car wasn't damaged, it wasn't stuck. It had fuel. They could have turned around, but they didn't. The vehicle was simply abandoned, doors unlocked, windows down. Inside, nothing looked disturbed. Search teams went into the mountains. For weeks, there was nothing. Then, bodies started to appear. Months later, the remains of Jack Hewitt were found in the forest. Nearby, bones belonging to Bill Sterling and Jack Madruga were discovered. They had died from exposure to the cold. But the strangest discovery was still ahead. Almost 4 months later, searchers found a Forest Service trailer. Inside, they found Ted Wire. He had been alive for weeks. Ted's body was wrapped in blankets. He had lost over 100 pounds. His beard had grown long. And here's the terrifying part. The trailer was stocked with enough food to last a year. Military rations, canned meals, heating equipment. But almost none of it had been used. Ted had slowly starved to death while surrounded by food. The cause of death was ruled starvation and hypothermia. Investigators believe he lived there for 2 months or more, alone, waiting. And then there was Gary Mathias. Gary's body was never found. His shoes were missing. Some believed he might have survived. Others believed he walked deeper into the forest and vanished forever. To this day, no trace of him has ever been recovered. So what went wrong? Why did they leave the road? Why didn't they use the food? Why didn't they start the heater? Why didn't they walk downhill to safety? And most importantly, what scared 5 grown men into abandoning their car and walking into freezing wilderness? Some believe they saw something on the road. Others believe Gary had a mental episode and led them away. Some think they were chased. But no theory explains everything. No screams were heard. No evidence of violence was found. No clear reason was ever discovered. 5 men walked into the mountains, and only 4 were ever found. More than 40 years later, the case remains unsolved. No suspects, no answers, just questions, and one of the most haunting mysteries in American history.